When and how did AOA come into the picture?
I had always been an active participant in the AOA in terms of going to conferences as a place to meet people. But really, once I got into NMM, the AOA is the central focus for osteopathic education and continuing medical education.
Talk to me more about that impact, especially as a student. So if I'm a student or if I'm, fresh out of med school going into my residency, what would you say to me to encourage me to become a part of the AOA?
Maintaining a relationship with the AOA is integral in order to get a spice and kind of a flavor for all these different specialty tracks in medicine. And throughout the course of their education, they realize by exposure during clinical rotations that maybe this specialty is or is not for me. But the AOA, and through the training that's afforded at the AOA, the clubs and groups that are supported by the AOA, it's another way for them to get more experiences and kind of point them in the path towards their career.
So AOA has obviously made a tremendous impact along your journey. And I'm sure you have dozens and dozens of good memories of your interactions with AOA. Talk to me about your favorite memory of AOA.
My favorite memory concerning the AOA is associated with OMED. I went to OMED in Anaheim, California, I believe 6 years ago. And during that occasion, I was there. I'm also in the Air National Guard. I joined the Air National Guard during my third year of medical school. And at that particular convention, my first chief of aerospace medicine was there. I was there. The chief of aerospace medicine that I passed the mantle to was there. And a resident who was also in my unit at the time while I was in the Pennsylvania Air National Guard was there. So we kind of had 4 generations of DOs all involved in the military, all involved in aerospace medicine, who had the occasion, almost by happenstance, to be at the same conference at the same time. We bumped into each other, got to have a great lunch, talk about medicine, talk about the military, talk about osteopathy. And it was one of those things where I look back at it and what are the chances of all of us being in the same room at the same time and being able to have that experience if it weren't for the camaraderie and the fraternity that OMED provided us.